Hi everyone, welcome to the presentation of our paper. It's named Towards AI-Enhanced Facade Planning, Integrating Human Expertise with Machine Learning-Driven Parametric Modeling. So, as already introduced, my name is Simon Höng. I'm from the OTH in Regensburg, which is in Germany, and I'm very happy to be here today alongside with my professor, supervising professor. He's making sure that you only ask nice and constructive questions afterwards. So, let's jump right into it. Why did you tackle this research topic? Facades act as a key factor for building performance and occupant comfort. So currently the planning process is quite iterative and time consuming. There is this issue or this challenge of the multi-object optimization, and it's quite difficult to achieve this in the manual workflows. Currently the limited design space exploration is restricting the quality of conventional solution. Thereby, there's a high demand for the integration of optimization technologies to enable more data-driven decision-making. So, the current workflow looks something like this. We get the input drawings from the architect. Usually, the quality of this data is not yet buildable, it's not yet in engineering standards. So we need to take this input data, give it to a planner, to an engineer, and he's doing his planning process. So in the best case, he's creating a 3D model and then deriving 2D plans out of the 3D model again for subsequent process steps like building allowance or product planning. And what we did, or what our idea was, is to provide a way of AI-supported planning by integrating computer vision, large language models, and also some part of reinforcement learning optimization into the existing process. So we came up with this quite comprehensive framework for human-controlled semi-automated facade planning that looks like this. We have the input, so alongside the 2D drawings we just saw, there's also this bill of quantities document that is acting as an input for this engineering process. We then have the data processing, which is starting right here with the 2D drawings. We take those 2D drawings and do a CV-based information extraction, providing information for the planner. So we analyze the plans and extract the needed information. The human then also takes the bill of quantities and does analysis and calculation steps. So he looks at the data provided and decides how the facade system should look like. Usually in industry standards, they type this kind of information in an internally standardized element spreadsheets. So we have all the information gathered in one place. We then take this element spreadsheets alongside with additional input and feed it into a large language model. So the large language model is fine-tuned, not fine-tuned, in our case future-tuned, to create a very specific JSON control file in a standardized way. The JSON control file is fed or used to control a parametric 3D model for our facade system. By creating this little link via the JSON control file, we also have the possibility to interact with the model through the JSON file by natural language. We then take the parametric model that is controlled by the JSON file and do our AI-based model optimization. So we take the initial draft and optimize it. Very important step here at the end, there's a human validation and adjustment. So human is always in full control over the whole process. He has to decide if the final model is ready for production, ready for the consecutive process steps. So we have our final model and plans. And what we then do is that we have the step of automated generation of training data. We take the final model and the final plan and use it to create synthetic data that is fed back into the loop of data processing. Thereby we have this closed loop system that is kind of a self-improving system that will get better over time just simply by using it. So this is the idea of the research or our methodology, and now let's take a closer look at the separate steps of AI technologies we included. So we'll start with the computer vision. What you did here is that we did a two-step process. We start with object detection, so we analyze the drawings with, in our case, a YOLO-based object detection framework to get some semantic information out of the plan. So we know which parts are intended to be a part of this facade. What you then do is we take the detected objects and feed it into a segmentation model, in our case it was SAM, to also gather geometric information. We get the outline of the models, of the object, sorry. So we get the geometric dimension of the facade parts. Okay, so there's also this idea of the large language model interaction. How does it work? As I told you, there is this human-prepared and internally used spreadsheet. It's an Excel file, basically, containing the extracted facade information, referring to standardized components. So they have their facade component library, and they're just referring to it. And we need those human-readable file converted to a JSON file that is controlling our parametric model. So what we did is we just fine-tuned, or future-tuned, not fine-tuned, sorry, future-tuned our GPT model and showed them a couple of examples how this output should look like, how the input could look like, and then this model does the transformation for it. Interestingly enough, as you can see in this little conversation here, the model is capable of detecting typos, minor issues in the input data and fix it by themselves. So this is a huge improvement after standard data processing, because in this case you could not handle this issue. And also there's this text-to-model approach included, because now I can talk to the file, basically. I can give my model instruction to make changes in the not-so-human-readable JSON file. I don't have to do it myself. Okay, then, as we saw, the JSON file is used for our parametric facade model. We have this structured JSON file that is basically referring to standardized components that are loaded into Rhino Grasshopper, or we load them with Rhino Grasshopper into Rhino. So we get a parametric controlled 3D facade model. What we then do with this facade model is we optimize it. So we have the JSON control file being input into Rhino, and in Rhino there's not only the model creation, but there's also the step of automated evaluation. So what we did for this research is we included some basic structural analysis checking. Is the facade actually a structural bearable? And some simple U-value calculation. So we also can assess the thermal performance of the facade. We write this information also in a JSON file, so we export a JSON file that contains the indications or the parameters, the KPIs that indicate the model performance. And by providing this report file to an AI agent, we get this environment that we can use for model optimization in terms, for example, for reinforcement learning. To provide a conceptual proof of concept of this model interaction in our standardized planning tool, we created this little simplified training scenario. We just wanted our reinforcement learning agent to fill this grid with the right parts. So he had to place mullions and transoms on the right lines of this grid. And of course, yeah, he got a reward when he did it wrong, when he did it right, and got a punishment when he did it wrong. So we provided with the research experimental proof of the model interaction. One learning, of course, when always handling with reinforcement learning, there's a high impact of the hyperparameters and, of course, of the reward function. But if you're interested in this, take a closer look in the paper. We describe it a little bit about this. I will talk about the generation of training data. In this case, focused on this V-based information extraction. So we have this final 3D model, the final 3D facade model, and we have included a step of automatically generating the 2D drawings that we need for the downstream process. A human planner can also add like annotations, all the stuff you need for a proper plan, but since we still create the 2D plans out of the 3D model, it still contains the right information that we can derive from the model to auto-label this plan. So we still know which part, which line basically is representing which part, which can be fed back into our computer vision model, improving the quality over time just by using it. So to sum this up, we contributed an AI-enhanced facade planning with standard compliant workflows. So the designer or the engineer could work the way he's used to, but speed things up with AI tools. Thereby enabling a simple and feasible integration of computer vision, large language model, and reinforcement learning into existing processes. And we also provided prototypical parametric design optimization via automated model evaluation. Future work will include checking out different optimization technologies like genetic algorithms. And also the synthetic derivation for continuous improvement of AI result is an important part of this research, because thereby we have a holistic, modular, self-improving digital loop aimed at progressive optimization. So key takeaway, do not aim for full optimization right from the start, but do it step by step. So if you think this is an interesting concept, feel free to connect with us. We will be here at the conference for the rest of the day and the rest of the conference, and I'm happy to take your questions now. Thank you.